So I'm listening to a lot of people's concerns about World War III and the world and how things could be building up to it soon. And I was just thinking, as I send my sister some money, she needed $4 through Zelle. So I sent her $4. It's not a big transfer. And I started to think about just stuff. What's the implications of sending someone Zelle and receiving Zelle? If she sends me $1 through Zelle first, just to show me which account to use, and then I send her money back, the government could potentially say that's commingling of funds, or now they got to investigate her Zelle if they investigate me, and all kinds of stuff. I was just thinking about of being responsible and thinking about the consequences of stuff, my actions. And I started to realize that, even if the government took the savings and the wealth for a lot of people, what would it be like if I received a $4? What would it be like if I received a $4 payment from Zelle? From in my day of need, what happens if we all just sent each other the money we needed just to get our daily bread? What if nobody had extra money and we all just were trying to save each other's life? It was just humanity trying to save its own life. And we were doing the biblical principle of not keeping worry of tomorrow, for the Lord is in control of that. And we're being like the daisies of the field, where we just think about, thanking God for today. And what it means is if society learned a whole to live in a way that wasn't dependent on the bank account, and the bank account, if everybody continued to work and they would fall back to doing barter if currency stopped, if we had a fallback to, if currency was just something that made life easier, instead of being a requirement, instead of having banking and central banking being a requirement, if it was just a facilitator that made things easier, we could afford to lose it, and we'd have something to fall back to if we did lose it. And that's exactly the solution. Human life needs to be so vibrant and resilient that if it loses currency, civilization doesn't skip a beat. We're fine. We keep going. Does our day get a little more grindy? Is there a little bit more? Is it like walking uphill instead of on flat ground? Yeah. But can we do it? Yeah, we can do it. We can handle it. We can get through this without currency working. That's the solution. And the Antichrist and the beast and the one world government that is in the apocalyptic warning books of the Bible. I encourage all the people of all the world's religions to learn about the Bible apocalypse books. It says that what's going to happen in the end of days, before God turns us over to full destruction, is that man is going to turn to a forced monetary system, not a voluntary or optional one. We can interrupt that. Humanity can interrupt that. This is an easy one to interrupt. All we got to do is just join together and all participate. But we can interrupt that. Humanity can be not dependent on money. We can have a way that works that doesn't require dependency on money. We can do barter. We can, easy. This is the solution. This is how we got to be thinking. We need an alternative that is, and maybe it's crypto, I don't know. Whatever it is, the solution will not be put in our forehead and on our head. Forehead and our wrist, like the Bible says, and there is no penalty of death for not accepting it or using it. And to accept it or to use it, we will not be voluntarily joining some sort of beast system. We'll have choice. You have to have the ability to rebel to know that you have choice. You have to have the ability to not do a choice to know you have choice or freedom. To know you have freedom, you got to be able to participate or not, to do A or B. That's true.